Good morning, I'm Matt Sizemore with Idaho News 6. The building behind me houses the Office of Energy and Mineral Resources. They're the ones in charge of the Nevi program, which is the National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure program here in Idaho. And I wanted to find out from them if now might be a good time to buy an electric vehicle. The National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Program, or Nevi, is a program that every state is now a part of.
Federal formula funding that each state is getting, so Idaho, we're receiving just under $30 million to install direct current fast charging stations along Idaho's major travel corridors.
Phase 1 of Idaho's Nevi plan has been completed, which included the public's involvement in finding out where fast charging stations for electric vehicles might be preferred. We're now in Phase 2.
We're currently in the middle of a siting feasibility and access study to help us identify and prioritize where our charging stations are going to go, so we're analyzing hundreds of sites across Idaho.
And we're further into Phase 2 than we might have expected with a recent major announcement.
The last component of Phase 2 is our first round of solicitations, and we've announced where we're going to release our request for applications. So that's going to be Lewiston, Bliss, and Pocatello.
That means that in those three cities, the state of Idaho will soon begin looking for investors who want to build fast charging stations close to major highways in that area. Think of them as gas stations for electric vehicles.
These stations have to have 4 ports. Each port has to be able to provide 150 kilowatts at least of power to the EV. These stations have to be built within a mile of an exit.
For now, there's a good chance current electric vehicle owners don't commute very far.
A lot of EV drivers get their charging needs met through just plugging in at home at the end of the day, and then the next day they leave their house with, the equivalent of a full tank.
But when Idaho's Nevi program is completed,
we're installing these charging stations every 50 miles along our major travel corridors, and that's to give drivers the confidence and ease to drive long distances.
The roads in Idaho could get a lot quieter with the soft buzz of several newly purchased electric vehicles. So is now a good time to buy an electric vehicle? Well, if you pretty much stick to city limits, especially here in the Treasure Valley, could be a good time. But if you like to go hunting, fishing, camping up in the mountains or the back roads, might want to hold off just a little bit. But in the end, the choice is yours, and changes will be coming within the next 3 years or so. In Boise, I'm Matt Sizemore, Idaho News 6.